Good morning, my dear students. Class 8 Civics. As we are discussing chapter number 1 of Civics, the Indian Constitution. So, in the previous session, we have seen that the first purpose of the Constitution, that is, of why does a country need a constitution. So, what the first purpose we have seen that the Constitution lays out certain ideals that from the basis of the kind of the country that we as citizen aspire to live in. Okay, so that point we have understood in the previous session. So now the second important purpose of the constitution I will let you, that is it is to define the nature of a country's political system. Okay, country's political system. So if we remember that the Nepal's earlier constitution was stated that the country was to be ruled by the king, and then after his council of ministers. So in countries that have adopted a democratic form of government or policy, the constitution of any country, it plays the crucial role in laying out the certain important guidelines that govern decision making within these societies. Okay, now see, as we as an Indian, we dream for the various aspect that we need to live in such a country. So like that way we tries to implement that things into the constitution. Yes, so this is the second important purpose, that this constitution defines the nature of the country's political system. Okay, so how the political system is there in the democratic country, so that this constitution, according to the constitution, anyone can understand. Okay, so the Nepal turns from monarchy into democratic. So that example we have seen. Okay, now see that in the democracy or in the democratic country, we choose our leaders by casting our votes, right? So that the candidates those we have chosen, so what they can exercise the power responsibly in our behalf. Okay, because they are our chosen representatives. So however, there is always the possibility of what? Possibility that these leaders might misuse, they might misuse their authority, and the constitution usually provides safeguards against this. Okay, so this is also the constitution's main purpose, is that the constitution provides safeguards against it. Okay, so if we see the picture which has been given in your textbook on page number 7, that see how it the constitution safeguards us. So see, my dear students, we this situation, the classroom situation, we can relate to the nation. Okay, so how the chosen political leaders might misuse. Okay, because see, they have the authority because they are the chosen candidate. So how they can misuse the authority? So by learning this picture, we can elaborate that Suresh is the class monitor, and he is a bully. Okay, so his classmates are not too fond of him. Mrs. Rao, the class teacher, has to leave the classroom on some urgent work. She asks Suresh to mind the class. Suresh starts picking on Anil. Okay, so Anil is a quite shyish boy. So he says that Suresh says that Anil, today I am going to report you to Mrs. Rao. So Anil asks that, but what have I done? So see, because Suresh is a monitor, because he has been chosen by the teacher, and teacher has gone for some important work from the class, out of the class. So she says monitor to mind the class, and as we have seen that Suresh is a bully boy. Okay, so he started to picking on the on Anil. So that he said to Anil that, okay Anil, today I am going to report you, I am going to complain you to Mrs. Rao. Okay, so Anil asked that, but what have I done? So Mrs. Rao comes, she enters in the classroom. So he says that, ma'am, while you were away, Anil kept talking loudly and disturbing the class. He would not listen to me. Okay, now see, because he has got the authority, and now we can see that he is misusing his power, right? So he says to the teacher that, ma'am, while you were not there in the class, so Anil kept talking loudly and he was not listening to me. Okay, so what Mrs. Rao she did, she said to Anil that, Anil, you will have to stay back after school today, and write, I will not disobey the class monitor 100 times. Okay, so Anil said that, but ma'am, I did not do anything. Okay, now see, Suresh as a political leader, we can assume that, and Mrs. Rao is a government, okay, or a constitution, we can say that, and Anil is a common people. Okay, so the constitution says, means as how Mrs. Rao says to Anil that, she gives punishment to Anil that, write 100 times that I will not disobey the monitor. Okay, and how Anil had to listen to Mrs. Rao, but he kept asking that, but ma'am, I did not do anything. Okay, so by seeing this situation, we can understand that how political leaders can misuse their authority. Okay, so in democratic societies, is the constitution often lays down the rules that guard against the misuse of authority by our political leaders. Okay, so as how we have learned the story of Suresh and Anil. Okay, so in case of the Indian constitution, about which you will read more in the next chapters, so many of these laws are contained in the section on fundamental rights. So have you remember that in 7th class, about the Dalit writer Om Prakash Valmiki? So what his experiences were there in the school, which you have learned in class 7th. So in that chapter we talked about the discrimination. Okay, so Om Prakash Valmiki how faced the discrimination because he was a Dalit. So uh, so the Indian constitution guarantees what? The right to equality to all the person, to all the citizen, and says that no citizen can be discriminated against on the ground of religion, race, caste, gender, and place of birth. So it does not matter that what is the religion of the citizen, what is the race, caste, gender of the citizen, or what is the place of birth of any citizen. Okay, so everyone has got the right to equality. So the right to equality is one of the fundamental right which guaranteed by the Indian constitution. Are you getting, my students? So this equality, okay, so this we can see that the Indian constitution has guaranteed the right to equality to all the person, all are equal before the law. Okay, so how the Indian constitution ensure that a dominant group does not use its power against other less powerful person, powerful group of people. So how that we will see in this slide, that see in your textbook on page number 8, that there is a classroom, and activity period, or we can say the game period, is about to begin. So all the boys in favor of that, we will play cricket, and girls wanted to play basketball for a change. So what happened? Teacher takes the majority, and the teacher decide to settle the problem with the show of hands. So see, it's but natural that it is obvious that there is number of boys, so many boys have raised the hand, and so that is why boys have decided to play the game of cricket. So they started to tease the girls that hey, we have won. So obviously there are more boys in the class, so that is why they have decided, teacher has taken up the majority. So the girl said that we always have to do what the boys want, because they are in a majority in the class. Okay, so see, this also we can relate to our chapter, the Indian Constitution, that how the dominant group um, use the power against the less powerful people or group. Okay, so we can see in this that so such unhealthy situation can occur in a democratic countries or democratic society. So a majority can continuously enforce the decisions that exclude minorities and go against their interest. So probably it can happen, beta. So as the above storyboard illustrate, every society is prone to this tyranny of the majority. Okay, so the majority of the people. So this we can say that tyranny of the majority. Now here we can see the tyranny means what? The domination. Okay, tyranny means domination. So domination can be inter-community or intra-community. Okay, so this tyranny of the majority, the constitution usually contains rules that ensure that minorities are not excluded from anything that is routinely available to the majority. So another reason why we have constitution is precisely to prevent these tyranny, okay, these dominance, or this domination by the majority of the minority. So this can refer to one community dominating another. For example, as we have learned it, that inter-community domination, or members of one community dominating others within the same community, that is called intra-community domination. Okay, so the third important reason is why we need a constitution is to save us from ourselves. How it saves us from ourselves? So this may sound strange, but what it meant by this is that we might at a time feel strongly about the issues that might go against our larger interest, and the constitution help us guard against this. Okay, so this story also we can relate to our chapter, that Shabnam is in a fix. Okay, means she is in a dilemma, that she didn't decide that what to do. Okay, so she has a decision to make. What? That I have 2 chapters left to revise for tomorrow's test, but it's time for my favorite TV program. I am dying to watch it, but if I do that, I won't have time to finish my revision. Okay, so what in a dilemma she is, that okay, tomorrow is her test, and her chapters are not finished, and that TV show desirely she wanted to see, but she has to decide now that what function she has to do right now. Okay, so Shabnam, why are you looking so worried? Her mother asked. So I want to watch this TV program, but I have a test tomorrow. If you all watch TV, I will also want to watch. I have an idea. What if no one watches TV tonight? Then I may not be tempted. Okay, so she says that, Shabnam says that, if you will watch the TV, if you will watch the programs, I also have the desire to watch the program. So what will happen if no one will see the TV program? So I can concentrate on my chapters. Okay, so it's good thing I did not watch TV. There are so many questions from the last two chapters, and she thinks herself that okay, this is good that I didn't watch the TV program, because there are so many questions I have to finish for the test. Okay, so here students, similarly we can say that the constitution helps to protect us against the certain decision that we might take, that could have an adverse effect. Okay, so on the larger principle that the country believes in. Okay, now see, for example, that many people who live in a democracy might come to strongly feel that party politics has become so acrimonious. Acrimonious means full of anger. Okay, so that we need a strong dictator to set this right. See here, so as we are living in a democracy, it is we can think that okay, now we don't want democracy, we want to live in a dictatorship. Okay, so see, we can think, but this is not an easy process, and this is not likely to be possible, because we need a strong dictator to set this right. So sweep by this emotion, they may not realize that in the long run dictatorial rule goes against all their interests. We have, don't you remember that we have experienced 150 years of the British rule, right? So so a good constitution does not allow these whims to change its basic structure. Okay, whims means desire. So it does not allow for the easy overthrow of provisions that guarantee right of citizens and protect their freedom. So this way we can say. See, so from the above discussion you will understand that the constitution, how the constitution plays a very important role in a democratic society or democratic country. Okay, so in the next session we will discuss about the Indian constitution key features. What are the key features of the Indian constitution? There are total 5 key features which we are going to learn. So see you soon in the next session. Bye. See you. Thank you.